Welcome back. Nearly 1 year ago, the Banneker Douglas Museum in Annapolis was renamed to honor Harriet Tubman. And this was on the 160th anniversary of the state's Emancipation Day. So it was on November 1st, 1854, that Maryland abolished slavery. And that was almost a full year before the 13th Amendment was ratified in the U.S. However, the work to understand and correct the impacts of slavery in our state is still being done today. Arundel County will become the first local jurisdiction in Maryland to issue a formal apology for its role in perpetuating slavery in our state. Joining us now, Arundel County Executive Stuart Pittman. Thank you for joining us, Stuart. I do appreciate your time. So why do you feel it's necessary to issue this apology, and why now?
Well, now because, first of all, we were asked. We were asked by our Human Relations Commission, our NAACP chapter, and our Caucus of African American Leaders to issue a formal apology. And I have about a year left in office, and we couldn't say no. We didn't want to say no. We felt like it was the right thing to do, and there was a lot of history in this county to be told.
Now, of course, this comes at the same time as we have an administration in the White House right now that's issuing orders to the Smithsonian in particular to stop focusing on slavery and that chapter in our country's past, saying it's negative and we need to be positive. So it's sort of coming in counterbalance to that, is it not?
You know, I have heard President Trump say that we need to focus on triumphs, and I would say that the history of the resilience of the African American community in this county, surviving enslavement and then creating so much history in this county and so much success, is a history of triumph. It's also a history of that we never want to return to. And understanding and acknowledging what was done in our jurisdiction is absolutely essential. They're essential. There's intergenerational trauma as a result of enslavement. And I've found that African American residents of our county want this and feel that it's very important. And I personally feel it's important as well.
So you, again, on the personal level, you're going to be making a formal announcement during this planned Day of Acknowledgement event, which is Saturday, November 1st. Tell us about that.
Well, that is Emancipation Day, and we will have a proclamation that will be housed at the Banneker Douglas Tubman Museum after that. This is all going to take place at Maryland Hall. And, you know, I personally am probably an appropriate person because I have ancestors that enslaved African farm workers from Africa on the property where I live. And I'm a direct descendant. I've talked about this at the governor's inauguration and other places, and have found that there's a healing power in coming together and acknowledging what was done.
I like that phrase, healing power. On the actual property that you still live on, that's sort of haunting, isn't it?
It is, and it's true. It's history, and we should all understand it and acknowledge it.
All right. Thank you. Emancipation Day. Hopefully you'll have a huge turnout, and we appreciate your time, and we appreciate this effort. Thank you. Arundel County Executive Stuart Pittman.